to get ugly.
Come on, let's play ball.
And what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Week 12 Week in Review. Yeah, it's a little bit behind. It's been a busy week at work, so shove it if you're saying it's late, because I'm doing this on Friday morning at like 8 o'clock. So I got up early to do this for you bitches, so you better well appreciate it. You know, Week 12 in the books. We're moving into the last weekend of our fantasy year. Unbelievable to think that this is the last week of the regular season already, but it is. You know, doesn't seem possible that I could be sitting here at 10-2, but again, here we are. It's a season of miracles. What are you going to do? Things happen. A couple of mild surprises this past week and some teams solidifying their playoff spots, while some others are making things a little hairy for themselves. So without further ado, let's get to it. We're going to start off with the matchup between the commissions, or as I like to call it, the Battle of the Bitches. It was ugly as expected. It lived up to its billing. It was a complete and utter letdown. Yeah, it was bad. It was one-sided. Derek, having traded away so many of his good players, thank you, by the way, stood no chance against the surging Waterloo squad, falling 148-89. You peeps better take notice, because Mike is getting hot at just the right time. And in that division, it's not going to take much to lock it up, if you know what I'm saying. And by the way, I was fooling around looking through the league records, and as much as it pains me, I have to give Mike some props here, because I was looking at the career franchise records, and he is far and away the most winning team in our league. I think he's like a 600% winning percentage. It's impressive. I was really impressed when I looked at it, considering how bad my team is. But take a look at the career franchise records, and, got to give Mike props where props are due. I don't know if it's going to help him this year, but, it looks good when things are going awry. Strangely, statistically, Derek is the worst team. I don't know how that happened, but at least it's not me, so that's all I'm worried about. Next up, Dave continued to show why he is the cream of the crap in Division Uno, knocking out the Sod Squad at 123-93. Quarterbacks continue to be the Achilles heel of the Donkey Boys squad, along with some very questionable moves this past week, which we may be hearing about later, so stick around. The project seemed to have finally kicked their curse, and unfortunately for Jay Fahey, dropped it right into default's lap. Another good week by Jay was wasted as Rich's team scored a 143-135 victory. I don't want to spend too much time here, because if I say the wrong thing, we could end up needing to do a wellness check on Jay. So let's just move on, shall we? Al's Army missed a great opportunity to not only take my team out this week, but also move into a tie for the last playoff spot in Division Uno, falling 121-69. Yikes. No KC Chiefs, no Rams. I mean, big bye week for me. I had to be thinking, AJ had to think, oh man, this is going to be easy. It's going to be a walkover. But I got two words for you, buddy.
Diplomatic immunity.
That's right. Diplomatic immunity. None of you probably get that, but he gets it, and it's funny to us. Very low scoring all the way around for AJ this week, who also had some players on the bye as well. Toss in big games from Nick Chubb. Thanks again, Derek, for selling him back to me at a super inflated price. And Sony Michel, plus a 60-yard TD reception from my waiver wire tight end pickup for the week. And that was all she wrote. Easy sailing for me again. 10-2, buddy. Yeah. That's me being excited for myself. Mitch, big misstep this week, falling to the Plecky Revolution squad, 133-112. I thought Mitch might catch up during the Monday Night Tilt, but Demaryius Thomas came out of nowhere, stole DeAndre Hopkins' thunder and his touchdowns to solidify this big win for Steve. Plus, leaving Lamar Miller on the bench turned out to be a questionable move for Mitch. But, that was an iffy call. You could have gone either way with Mac, but, it cost you. I don't know if that would have been the difference, but it was pretty close because he had a huge game. And you know what time it is now, right? Time for everybody's favorite segment. Yep. You hear it. There it is. Everybody's favorite sound effect for their favorite segment of the week, Donkey of the Week. And there are a few choices for this week's Donkey, with the just mentioned Lamar Miller benching and Mike's picking up OBJ, which meant putting Amari Cooper on the bench and his 34 points. He went off this week, so that really didn't work out this particular week, but he didn't really need it because he was playing Derek. But luckily for you guys, the Donkey Boys really locked up this week's award, leaving Zeke Elliott on the bench in Week 12 against a banged-up Redskins team on Thanksgiving. Sorry, fellas, but you are far and away this week's Donkey of the Week. In fact, so much so that you get a second donkey. Right. That's how bad that movie was. But hopefully you'll learn from your mistakes. I haven't seen your lineup for this week yet. Okay, heading into the final week of the season, there are some things set up and some things in the air. Division dose, we are all set thanks to Mitch's loss, locking up a second-place finish behind yours truly, and Rich solidly in third. But in that messy Division Uno, there are some possibilities, but I think I have this down. I wrote it all up, and I think I got it right, but only time will tell. Dave and Steve are in for sure, but where is the question? Dave and Mike face off in a big playoff implication game this week. If Dave wins, he's in. He takes the first round bye, locked up. Then Mike would fall to 5-8. And if AJ were to beat Derek, which is all but locked up already, Mike would be out and AJ would be the third playoff team. I'm not dead. So a lot riding in that Dave and Mike matchup. But if Mike beats Dave, Steve could then win and take the first round bye with a win over Rich. But Rich is having a pretty good, run, so that's no easy task either. And in this scenario, I believe the second and third position would just come down to points. Not that it matters, but then Mike and Dave would have to play again in round one of the playoffs next week. And wouldn't that make for a fun conversation during Dave's Christmas party? I think it would. Wild stuff. So good luck to everyone this week. Should be an interesting weekend. Till then, vaya con Dio, bitches.